Light Studios and also apparently Miramax. I guess they're, in better hands these days. It is a movie that is topping a lot of, well, maybe not topping, but it's popping up on a lot of best stuff lists this year. It's Strange Darling. Now, this is a movie that I will say straight up, you need to know as less about it as possible going into it to probably enjoy the full effects of what you're going to get inside this one, because there's things that happen that are pretty shocking. There's some twists and there's some turns. So therefore, during this review, I will attempt to tread super lightly on it because we don't want to spoil anybody's enjoyment of the movie. The basis of it, we'll say, is our leading chick here, known as the lady, and then there's a leading guy known as the demon, and they meet and they get a little bit kinky, and then the things start to unfold and things go a little bit haywire. Now, one of the best things for me about this movie is that it's a non-liner storytelling form, which is why I used to love Quentin Tarantino movies, because back in the old days, like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and all that, things were all out of whack. It was like non-liner. It was chapters. Kind of disappointed I didn't do that more myself when I made movies, but Strange Darling does that. And I don't know anything about this director, this TJ Mollner or whatever it is. Haven't seen his other movie that's out there, but if that is his style, then I'm not aware of it. But if it is a style, then I'm definitely interested in seeing that movie, and hopefully other things that he comes out with in the future does have such things like that. I will say this: the movie gets way more violent than you would think it would get at times. Um, there is some very interesting characters. I think if you're into a character-driven movie, this has some very interesting characters. Um, Gore-wise, while I don't know if I'd call this like a straight-up horror movie, it's more like a thriller to me with horror elements to it. When things get bloody at times, things get pretty bloody, and it's very interesting. So, if that sounds like something that's up your alley, especially with the style of this one, then I would say definitely seek out Strange Darling. It is certified fresh, and Love Hurts, and that song does play a cover of it, which I kind of wish it was the original one. It says up here from the producer of Barbarian and Late Night with the Devil, which, that right there kind of sells me on it because I like both those movies. But yeah, I give it a 3 out of 5. Um, I will say this much. I liked it up till probably the main twist, and after there's a bit of a main twist, there's quite a bit of the movie left. I feel like the movie might lose a little steam a little bit after that when such elements of the movie kind of go away, and it's like, well, you're kind of left with what you're left with, and it kind of hurts it a little bit. We're probably heading towards 4 territory, but some things happen that I don't want to spoil, and it kind of made you think, well, maybe we're good at just 3. Nonetheless, you pick this one up. Uh, Special features seem to be a lost art these days. You're not going to see any special features on this. You'll see some trailers when the movie starts. There's some screenshots of what we get in this one. Some stuff that's going to be memorable. I'm sure this is going to be a cold hit that's remembered on down the line. There is the disc art. So yeah, this is probably one of the main ones from this year that you'll hear people talking about 10 years down the line. And you'll probably see special features, or excuse me, not special features, but special editions of this come out one of these days if they don't pull like what they did with the Immaculate, and then, it's like, well, everybody likes this so much, so let's put out a 4K of it a few months after the original. But yeah, as of now, in the year 2024 has come to a close, and I'm trying to catch up on stuff before I make my year-end best of list, which I didn't do last year, so at least we got enough good stuff to make a list this year. Strange Darling only rounds out a 3 out of 5, but still pretty solid, and it's one of those that you're going to enjoy more the first time, and you'll want to revisit it later on, but I don't think there's going to be quite no time like the first time with this one.